Right, I've got to try and put these rims back in the centre here. And I think I'll get this crane here to hold it up. I don't know how this is going to go. Got to get it down in here somehow. Come on. Without knocking the paint about. Which I'm not doing a very good job of. All right. Now I can get some bolts in there and hopefully get them lined up. They just don't want to go. And I'm more than happy if they just fall in. But they don't. That one's gone in. And that's what I'm doing here. I'll rattle them up here in a minute and get them all in. There's always got to be somewhere where you've knocked the paint off, but anyway, there we go. Righto, we've got it all painted undercoat. And yeah, well, that's it. Righto, here's the tin of paint. FORDSON blue. And I haven't opened it yet, so this is going to be it. Let's see what FORDSON blue looks like. Wow, needs mixing. Well, I don't know. I reckon a very light coloured FORDSON blue. But anyway, we haven't got any other paint, so this is the paint that's going on it. Right or wrong? Righto, I think we're ready to go this time. And the inside of the mudguard is always the best place to test, where no one's going to see much. I think that's 10% thinners. Definitely needs more. Ah, well, it's getting happening here. I don't know that it's as good as I'd like, but it's pretty good. Righto, here's a bit of an update. And I'm looking around it here trying to work out if I've missed anything, but it seems pretty good. And I will give it another bit of a go over. This is my predicament. Something's going wrong with this paint. I know I was showing this speckletyness on the paint here, on this bonnet. So, yep. I got the sander out and we're going to have to give it another coat. So I'm sanding it back. There's the edge of it there. So I'm going to have to give it another coat. Here we go. And it, you know something? It has not improved. I've still got the same problem. Alright, well that's it. If we've got bubbles, we've got bubbles. That's all there is to it. Righto. I've got to get the this radiator and get the cowling on. Got some bolts and start putting it back together. That's what I'm up to at the moment. And we're using all the old flathead screwdriver bolts as much as possible, which are the original ones for the tractor. I'll keep putting it together. Right, this bit of rubber's got to go there. And I'll put the radiator on. That's better. I'll just sit there a bit. I've got to get some bits here. Well, looks like I've got to get That's got to go on there, and I've got to get some longer bolts. So I have to pull these back out again now. That's all right. Righto, got them in position there a bit better now. I'll do the bolts up down the bottom here. And I've got to get the fan belt on. There we have it. Just got to feed this in under here and turn it around. And that's good. Next thing I've got to put on is the thermostat housing. And there it is there, and there's the thermostat to go in there. But I've got a bit of paint around there, so I'm going to clean that off. That should be clean enough. Just stick a bit of goo on there. This will sit in there. Good beat of that. Then I've got some radiator hoses to go on. Righto, I'll do that up. I've got all new radiator hoses, so hopefully they'll all fit pretty good. That one there seems pretty good. Not 100% sure of its position just yet, so we'll give it a bit of benefit of the doubt. Should be right for a while with new hoses. And the other one here is for the cap, and that goes on there. That's what the second one's for. And the bonnet should miss all that, which it does. Righto, I've got that hose has got to go on there, and this hose has got to go on there. Nope, maybe it's that way. That would be better. So I'll get some clamps and put them on. I'm getting them done up, and righto, the next bit is the air cleaner. And it goes through here like this. Righto, I'll get the air cleaner, goes on here. Righto, bolts. And I've got to get the throttle linkage hooked up as well, which is down there, and get that in, and get the other one of them in before you put that on. There we go. Bit of messing around, but I got them all tight there now. And do up the clamps, rubber clamp, hose clamps here, and righto, got to put this on. And then I'll be able to keep all the water out of my starter motor, which would be really good to be different, just to be different. It'll be absolutely much better. That's the little rubber. This arm here goes on there like that. And we've got this little clip. Goes like that. That's what holds him on there. Right, that's good. Alright, here we go with the alternator. Got a long bolt here, and these tractors originally had generators. I don't know whether you can see that. Try and get that down in there. Ooh. Then through there, and then belt on. Now we're getting all right. This tractor's worked pretty good with that alternator for a long time. This is a test run to see if this bonnet can come anywhere near fitting. Up there, I'll mess around here for a bit and get this on here, I reckon. I keep calling this the bonnet. It's the nose cone. So now this is the bonnet. I'll see if I could just, I need to get a fitment from it. You see, and it's not too far out. It's actually pretty good. I've got some bolts for here and here, and they look like they're going to line up Due to the fact that this thing's got, all these are broken off on the back here, it's we're going to have to do something slightly different here. So it's going to be pop riveting in. Now I've got to drill that one, make sure it's level. Yeah, seems crazy. Turns out there was already a hole there. That's it. That's how they're going on. And I've got this badge thing which I got. I don't know that I'm that happy with it, but I need to put the grill on. This is the grills which I've got, and I've just got to get some rivet in there. If I can get a rivet in there and pull it, get it to pull in, I'll get another one down here, and that, and I reckon looks like I'll get one or two here. So that's how I'm putting the grills in. That one there's for that side. That's the grills. Not original, but that's as good as it's going to be. Right, I've got the starting cable here for the starting rod, the starter motor, and it goes in there, and you give it a pull backwards and it goes, starts. I will just tighten them up. There's enough to go on the back. Right, the next bit, I've got to put these on here, onto that, and that holds the steering front axle. So I've got to give it a bit of an adjust there. Yep, doesn't make me happy, but I'm knocking paint off here. That's paint knocked off. Anyway, righto, it's time to put the mud guards on those two there. Righto, here comes the mud guard. And there's bolts straight in there. Straight in there. Now they can't fall off. And they bolt on down here as well. So I'll have to do up these bolts first onto the step, and then I'll pull it down. Doing up all these bolts, make sure it all goes down good. Well, that went down nice and hard. Now I'll just tighten up these little bolts. I'll have to give them a little paint later on. Righto, I've got to put that little dashboard down there with the temperature gauge in it. The tacho goes in there, and it's all broken, so I think I'm going to leave it out, and over time I might put a new one in there and a new cable. So at the moment I'm going to put the steering wheel on. Righto, steering wheel's going on. Now this is not an original Dexter steering wheel. This steering wheel comes off a FORDSON actually, major. It's all aluminium, there's no black Bakelite stuff. And I'll tell you what, on a hot day, yep, not ideal. I'm putting the other mudguard on. Things are coming together. These bolts. The square bit sits down in there. There's a little square for there to stop it from turning. These go on the bottom. I've got to do these ones up down here first. Get these on the step. Otherwise, righto, those ones are done up. Put these into these. Oh. So it's on good now. Got to put these pins in here. And that's this for the linkage. A split pin to go in that one. I think it might be nearly time to put some wheels on now. The first wheel. Right, I'll start putting the other side on. I think I'm going to need help here, that's for sure. Well, some people probably got all sorts of ways of doing this, but this is how I'm doing it. Just a little bit more up. There we go. the gear knobs on. That makes it look really tight. Righto, here's the seat. Hold on. Righto, seat's in position. And I'm just done up the bolts, and then I'll have to do some wiring. Righto, Dexter's all done, finished. First start coming up. Key. Wiring's all done. I'm going to give it a bit of, and then I can try and start it. Plenty of throttle. Righto, there it is, the Dexter. Here's the goer. Here's a brief look over it. I've run out of time for my film, so for my movie, so yeah, it looks reasonable. It's not great, but it looks reasonable. FORDSON Dexter. There you go. I'm going to leave the movie there. She's a goer, and forgot the stop cable. Anyway, I'll put that on in a minute.